Hey everybody, it's Friday. We had the number and there's a lot I want to talk about. But first, the most important news. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning and I ran 6 miles because that's what I do. That's all part of my mental toughness regime. You got to get in shape as well, and pushing yourself in some sort of physical activity is a very good exercise in developing mental toughness. And I'm going to talk about mental toughness in a minute. But let's talk about the number, which I hit on the head once again. Now, you may recall yesterday's ADP payroll numbers were up at 237,000, way above the expectation of, or the forecast of, I think it was 178,000. It came in at 237,000. The consensus forecast for today's payroll number was anywhere between 180K and 190K. Last night, I sent out my forecast to MMT Trader subscribers and also to Zombie Trading subscribers. By the way, all my people made a lot of money today. Because I predicted the number to be 167K. It came in at 156K. The most important thing being that I saw that there would be weakness. It would not hit the consensus number. It would be down. So once again, every single month, I hit these numbers right on the head or very close, or most importantly, correct in the direction or the deviation from the official forecasts. Okay, that's the most important thing because that's what moves the markets. So in my report yesterday, or in my email yesterday, I told people that this would cause gold to rally. It would cause the dollar to sell off. It would cause treasuries to rally. And I said, hard to call on stocks just because there's a bullish bias, but I thought it would probably be slightly negative for stocks. We'll see what happens by the end of today. So there you have it. Once again, a very, very prescient forecast by myself. I use analytical techniques that nobody else uses, and that's why month after month after month, I get it closer than anybody else. And by the way, I've been getting lots of very complimentary and congratulatory emails today. I've been getting emails from subscribers about how much money they made, which is fantastic. A lot of these emails saying, hey, Mike, just today, I made a whole entire year's worth of subscription for your report. So the report's clearly undervalued, but I'm very happy for all these people. I've also gotten emails from subscribers or followers of mine about how over the time that they have been following me and studying my teachings, their mental game has developed to a much higher level. I have people who came to me basically as novices or with prior histories of losing or sort of spotty track records who have now, since they have been with me, have not taken any losses or just minor losses on managing out of positions. And they are able to handle now situations which in the past would have made them very, very uncomfortable. Now, there's still some of you who have that problem. But the thing is, and here's the thing about trading, if you endeavor to do this and if you want to do this successfully, and it's almost like a paradox. I mean, it's really, on the one hand, it's a very, very easy endeavor to successfully trade. But on the other hand, it is very complicated by the emotions that we inject into it. And really all it boils down to, and I've said this so many times in many different ways, is that you have to train yourself to be able to handle levels of stress that would break other people. If you are able to handle levels of stress that can break other people, then your success is assured. And that doesn't only mean situations where the market is moving against you, where that's, obviously is a situation that would create stress in anybody. But it also applies to situations where you have a profit. All right, a lot of you have the behavior of taking profits too soon, and I have, and really, I don't, berate you for that. I don't castigate you for that. I always say a profit is good. It's something you should congratulate yourself for. However, if you are displeased with the habit of taking profits too soon, then you must train yourself out of that behavior. And that also becomes an exercise in managing stress. And, we've all been in situations where we have a profit and it turns into loss. And then, maybe we jump out and we take a loss. Not my people, but I mean, those of you who are not trained in my techniques. That is the best thing that can happen to you. As a matter of fact, it is a fantastic exercise to hold a position which is profitable, which turns into a loss, and feel what that is like and manage that experience, because that will turn back around again. Most people don't have the confidence in that outcome. They don't trust in their capabilities and their execution of their strategies, and they get very panicky and nervous, and they see their profit dwindling and they jump out very quickly, only to see that turn back around again. Had they held on to that, they would have made a much larger profit. Here is an exercise you can do. Here's some instruction. The next time you find yourself in a position, hold it and hope that it goes against you, that a profitable position goes against you, and then use that as an opportunity to train yourself to manage a situation like that, understanding that whatever it is that got you into that situation, and we are MMT, macro traders, most likely, more than likely, the basic fundamental conditions that caused you to get into that position have not changed. So there is no rational reason for you to get out of it. And if it, temporarily turns against you, there is nothing to be concerned or worried about, and use that as an opportunity to train on your mental toughness. All right? It's very, very important. And over time, you will find yourself holding on to profitable positions longer. You will see your account balance grow. You will see yourself more frequently having big scores in the market. I told you about the other day, we took profit on a long euro position that we initially got into at 106.20. And we sold it out at 120.40, over a 1,400 pip profit. We doubled our money with a 20% leverage ratio on that position. All right. Same thing with dollar yen. We were short at 113.14, something like that, and we covered at 108.70. All right. So those are examples of what happens, of the type of results you achieve when you train yourself in patience and mental toughness, in holding on to situations and not jumping out, because, to be afraid that you're going to lose money is the wrong fear. You need to be afraid that you won't maximize the profits that you are capable of maximizing. All right. You should never be afraid of losing money, because you should have the confidence and the skills to know that no matter what happens, no matter what position you have the capabilities of working out of that position, whether it's at a profit or a break even or a tiny small little loss. So you should never worry about losing. You should only worry about not maximizing the potential of that trade, not maximizing the profit. In other words, getting out too soon. How do you do that? You do that exactly in the manner that I have just presented to you, and that is to train yourself to be able to handle these ups and downs of the market. Now, I said earlier that, it's sort of a paradox, because this is very easy. Once you master yourself, once you take control of your emotions, once you are able to subvert those emotions so they do not trip you up in the market, then the game of investing and trading becomes very, very simple. But for a lot of people, I have some people say, "Oh, Mike, I'll try to do it." What is that? I'll try to do it. That is so wimpy. You don't try to do it. You commit yourself to doing it, and that is it. I had a guy sign up for my report, said, "Oh, it's a fantastic report. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. Well, you know what? Quit now. I say quit now. What is this? I'm not sure. That is so wishy-washy. The whole thing about this, the whole thing about your life is to make a commitment on something and stick with it. And hope and pray for hard times and difficult times, because that is an opportunity that is being handed to you on a silver platter to develop yourself, to toughen yourself, to build your mental game. All right? Bruce Lee once said, don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to get through a difficult life, a hard life. I'm paraphrasing. Don't pray for an easy life. Don't pray for an easy trade. Pray for the strength to get through a difficult trade, a difficult situation. And I would not even use the word pray. I would say look inside of yourself. Don't look inside of yourself for an easy situation. Look inside of yourself for the strength to overcome a hard, difficult situation. That's all there is to it, folks. The reason I can make money throwing darts at a dartboard and you can't is because you don't have that mental game. You don't have that mental toughness. And I know I'll get a lot of thumbs down comments on here, or people who don't like it, because those people who do that, they don't want to hear that. That truth, it scares them, it frightens them, it demeans them, it makes them feel less about themselves, so they have to attack the message. They have to attack the message. No, they want an easy life. They're looking for something that's going to pick them up and carry them across the finish line. And if somebody comes to them and says that is never going to happen, it's all inside of you, there's no magic formula, I could take any system and make money on it, I could throw darts at a dartboard and make money on it, because I have the mental game and you don't. And the ones putting a thumb down here, they loathe themselves. They hate themselves. They despise themselves, and they know they are weak. They know they are losers, but they will never admit it. They're looking for excuses and rationalizations to justify their weakness. All right? It's like the people who are alcoholics and they go there, but they're afraid to admit that they're alcoholics. I said this in any of those programs. You have to stand up there in front of the group, and they'll never make you do it. They'll never force you to do it. They'll never even ask you to do it. You have to go up there and say and declare in front of everyone, and really to yourself. It's a declaration to yourself. I am an alcoholic. And the same for these people putting thumbs down on here. You got to declare to yourself, I am weak. I am a loser. I will not commit myself to changing my life. I will only look for rationalizations and point blame and make excuses. That's it. And attack others for their ideas. But that's good. We like you guys because we make money off of you. Anyway, for those of you, my reports, they're available. By the way, zombie trading, we had everybody short the dollar today, so they made a freaking huge score on that. MMT Trader and zombie trading is now up to $125 a month, and it is still a bargain. It is still a bargain, and I might raise it again in several months. I think it's going to eventually go up to around $140, $150 a month. So you could still get in at a very decent rate. Go to pitbulleconomics.com. You could sign up for both of them. You could take my courses. I got, many people who have taken my courses. They keep watching it. They keep watching. I have one guy, he's watching it again for like the 10th time. He says, Mike, every time I watch it, I learn something new. Every time I watch it, I learn something new. How do you like that? Have a great day, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.